Join us as Jen and I discuss the top 10 things we are looking forward to on our upcoming cruise on the NCL Prima. What's up, everybody? It's your boy DC, and I'm here with my beautiful wife, Jen. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. Now, Jen and I will be cruising on the NCL Prima in just under 80 days, and we took some time to explore the overview on the Norwegian website, as well as check out some reviews, and this is what we are most excited about for our upcoming cruise.
Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. We do try to reply to every comment.
And as always, share it with your friends, share it with your homies. We would love for them to come on board. All right, so Jen, why don't you talk to us about what you're most excited about first on the NCL Prima?
Yeah, there's definitely a few things. I would actually say I'm interested in seeing Infinity Beach. As soon as I saw beach and thought of the pools and water, I'm like, you know what, I definitely want to see that first because that's something that's different about this cruise.
Yeah, and that's kind of like some of the other ships we've been on with the waterfront, but this is more expanded, and that's kind of pretty cool. And what else?
The Indulge food hall sounds really fun. I like that it has sort of like a food truck sounding feel to it, some different options and, you know, multiple options that you might be able to get that are, well, I guess, you know, especially I love a lot of different Asian cuisines. They're going to be having a lot of those different types of food trucks versus just having a buffet where I think I'd mentioned in one of the videos I thought that the Indian food and the Asian food was like really good in this last cruise. So it'll be cool to see a whole space for that. And for someone like me who has the dietary restrictions, always more food options means, you know, more things that I could potentially try.
Yeah, and they definitely have some Indian options there. There's a noodle place, and there's also a Latin place, so that'll all be pretty exciting.
Yes.
So why don't we jump in and I'll share a couple things that I'm excited about, and we'll come back for a few more that you want to talk about. So I think the biggest thing I'm excited about is the Prima Speedway. We've only been on one other ship that did have the Speedway, and unfortunately it rained that day, so I didn't get a chance to go on the go-karts. So I am looking forward to that on the Prima coming up. And kind of in that same area, the next thing I'll mention is, so combination together, Bullseye and Tea Time. It just seems, you know, pretty cool to have, you know, mini golf, and these seem to be more interactive from the reviews and stuff I've seen. Apparently, if it's working properly, it actually will record your scores for you. And there's, you know, colors and lights and more interactive features, so that looks pretty cool. And then the Bullseye as well. For you did have a couple other things that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear that Burn the Floor is going to be on this cruise, which is, they were, you know, fabulous dancers that performed while you were eating or taught in one of the main restaurants, and also would do lessons and things, maybe on the pool deck and stuff like that. So they were really fun, really talented, brought a lot of energy to the meals, which I think we've been missing, you know, on the past cruises, that really kind of added, I think, a layer to it. You know, especially, you know, we were on, like, let's say an 11-day cruise the last time, and I don't know, I think the performances, you know, can help it feel more fresh when you're going to a spot.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in the main dining hall, as you were saying, like, you know, sometimes they would have a singer and occasionally people would get up and dance. But I do remember the last cruise we were on that did have Burn the Floor, where they would come out and dance, not just in the main theater, but in that main dining hall, or have an interactive thing on the upper deck.
So more fun, more energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also the ocean walk sounds really cool. There's an area where you can walk when you're walking around the boat, then there's a spot where that path becomes glass so that you can actually see through. and look down at the water. So I think that'll be really cool. I think it might be a little scary, but we'll see. I don't know how this ended up on my top 5 to look forward to. Maybe just the excitement of anxiety and and looking forward to seeing something cool and new blended together.
Yeah. It's like being on a free fall ride without the drop.
Exactly. So I don't know, because also in the last cruise they have those stairs that were clear going up, and they've actually taken that out for this newer ship style, and I always found that to be a little, I don't know, just seems to have happened as I get older. The stairs become less stable.
The atrium stairs are different on this one, and that looked beautiful. You know, we didn't mention that in our list, but that is something that I'm excited to see, the more modern vibes of this ship.
Yeah.
So a couple other things that I am looking forward to. The Prima is supposed to have both The Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune. Now, I believe the Getaway was the last cruise we were on. They were supposed to have Wheel of Fortune as well, and it wasn't working on the ship. So, you know, they on the Prima coming up will have both options. Definitely looking forward to that, and hopefully, you know, getting to participate either as a member, or often there's cards or something that you can play with as well. So that'll be fun.
And Wheel of Fortune is a game show I'm very good at.
You are.
So
she beats me every time.
I really hope, not that we play that much, but we both have our things. You're good with the number puzzles. I'm good with filling in the words. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get chosen.
Maybe. Yeah. Let's see. And then, you know, one of the other things, I always like to try the water slides. This ship has some slides that are dry slides. I've heard mixed reviews about them, but there is one water slide which actually includes a tube called the Wave. It looks short, but it does look exciting. I'm looking forward to trying that out. All right, and your final thing that you're looking forward to, Jen?
Yeah, I would say the observation lounge, again, something that wasn't on the last cruise ship, which we did like in the past. It adds, I think it's in the front of the ship.
It's usually, I think it's the back.
Oh, it's the back? Okay. So it's the back, and then there's like, you know, more areas to lounge. They'll bring out sometimes some, you know, food, snacks, kind of has a bit of like a swanky feel, but like relaxed, and just again, like lots of people just kind of almost like relaxing or napping, and you can, you know, really kind of see the whole perimeter. You're kind of walking the whole perimeter of the back, and lots of like light coming in and views, right, where you can look out. So
yeah, beautiful views, usually quiet, nice place to go, snuggle up, read a book, that type of thing. And get away from sort of the chaos if you need to on the ship, which is definitely something that would be, that we're looking forward to. And then the final thing for me that I'm looking forward to is actually Sid Norman's. So we did have Sid Norman's on the last cruise on the Getaway. The band was amazing. It was, you know, something we saw, I think, a couple times, once in the main theater for the Rumors performance, once in the smaller Sid Norman's Poorhouse. Depending on, you know, our schedule and dinner and stuff like that, we'll try to check these guys out a couple of times. It's always a great show, so I am certainly looking forward to that.
Were they in the 90s show too? The same?
No, they didn't do that. The Broadway Cabaret 90s Rock Edition.
Yeah.
They weren't in it. That was a separate people. But I think this ship does have the Broadway Cabaret, but not the Bring Back the 90s show that the Getaway had. So that's the difference. Yeah, so make sure to drop us a comment down below. You know, let us know, have you been on the Prima? Do you have an upcoming sailing? What are you looking forward to on the Prima? And I think it'll be interesting for us to see, like, after when we do the review, how many of these things delivered and how many were disappointing.
That's a good point. That's true. And I just want to say shout out to my babe. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Mwah. Until next time, stay salty.
Stay adventurous. And happy cruising. Oh, hair on both sides or one side?
Hold on.
Just
I just
play
started
this
it.
already.
I just started it and I was about to start talking.